Alright guys, so might be kind of hard to see, but tonight we are going to cut out this dash panel. I laid it out yesterday. This actually kind of indicates where the windshields will go as well. The windshield frames butt against the leading edges of this dash panel. This hole here will be to gain access into the berth, and originally the set of stairs actually was notched out of this dash panel, and that was the access through the windshield. We've done away with that for now. It's still a viable option if we change our minds, but at this moment we're looking at eliminating the stairs up through the windshield and doing an alternate method to get up through there. So for now, that'll also give us, eliminating those stairs will give me more room for actual instrumentation, gauges, any other switches I want to incorporate into the dash. I'm going to cut this out, and I'll give you a better view once I get in some better light here. Alright, so this is the dash panel, I guess we're going to call it. So this will basically be our whole dashboard. I do intend to notch this area out and kind of slant it up just for ease of viewing gauges and GPS and stuff. So yeah, access down into the berth will be here. We're going to roll this wall around to follow this 12-inch diameter radius. This will actually tie into our ring frame, which ties bulkhead 2 and bulkhead 1 together all at the same time.
And supports the deck above.
And supports, yeah, the deck above the berth, the outside deck there. So yeah, that was the piece I was cutting in the dark. Again, I don't know how well it showed up on camera, but I tried. That new light I got too, it does the rolling shutter thing, so it doesn't. There's no really adjustment.
I can't really fix that.
GoPros, yeah.
With a GoPro.
So, the time lapse I might not show as bad, but
okay.
All right, so yeah, that's the piece I was just cutting. I just wanted to kind of get it cut so I could kind of see how this goes together. I had an epiphany the other night, and just wanted to kind of verify my my thoughts on all of this. Yeah. So yeah, today's day after Christmas, December 26th, 2021. I just came out and cut off all the excess glass off the top of the intermediate bulkheads. Those are all glassed in last week, the week before. Taking a little bit of a break here for holidays. Starting to get back into it now. What you see over here on this intermediate bulkhead, I know it's ugly, but it was my fault. What happened was I had the ratchet strap across the top of the walls, kind of putting a little pressure on it while we glassed it, and basically I just didn't give it long enough to fully cure. I got impatient, released the ratchet strap, and almost instantly I heard the glass stop peeling off the wall. So not a big deal. I cut out the bad section there. That was it's only the top 6 inches or so. I cut that out with my oscillating saw, and what we'll do is we'll just sand it down quick, refill it, and reglass it. It sucks that happened, but you know, again, you learn from your mistakes. That was my own fault. It was my impatience. I just decided to release the ratchet strap too early, so that'll get fixed up. Just did a quick trimming of the glass. I haven't cleaned everything up yet. I'm starting to fit floors now. This sole here goes down here for the berth. This is pretty well fit. There's a little bit of a gap in the front. Nothing too major that we can't fill. So what we'll do is we'll put the composite angle under all the spots that we're not going to be able to glass later. All right, so you see the lines going around here, up and back down. So I'll get some composite angle in there, and really the gap is on the tip up in the front there. This front little area here where everything comes together. So what I'll do is we'll put the composite angle under it, we'll lay the panel down, we'll glue everything in place. I'm not going to be able to get underneath this one to fiberglass, so the composite angle will be our glass. And then we'll fill the top of it and get that all installed. We're just kind of getting everything fit right now. I have the bedboard panel cut. I have to do some trimming this morning on this. Right now it's a tight fit, which is good, but it's almost too tight because I'm trying to pull it in and out, and the glass is catching on the edges. So I'm gonna take about 1/4 inch off. That'll give me 1/8 of an inch on either side, or 6 millimeters. you know, and then I'll give 2 or 3 millimeters on either side to play with there. This panel is actually curved slightly from about this point forward. It slightly goes uphill. There's about an 1.5 inch difference. It shouldn't be an issue, I think, once we do the composite angles on the side, and it will rest on this interior angle here. What we'll do is we'll get the composite angles glued to the wall on the curve, and then we'll probably just weight it down and see what it does. I can kerf the panel if I have to, and basically what you do is just take the saw, cut through one side of the panel, just do a bunch of little lines every, I forget the formula, but I'll look it up. Basically, the radius of your curve will determine how often you want to put a curve cut. If we don't have to do it, I'm not gonna. We'll just put some weight on it. If it works, great. If we do kerf it, we have to put another layer of glass over the top of the curve. So first you fill them with thickened epoxy, then you put everything into place, push it down, let everything set up, and then you glass over the whole top of where you curved, just for that extra support there. Like I said, I got most of this cut. I still got a little bit of fitting to do. I'm gonna take a 1/4 inch off the front there. And then I have to fit this last interior curve here. So it's gonna be the plan for right now. Alright guys, so what you see me do here is I took the compass, I took my trusty just regular compass here, and I ran a line from the edge of this corner here. I use it as a spreader basically. I ran a line, you know, which didn't really matter, 1/2 inch in on the flat. I put my panel down. I was looking at the line and the panel, and they're all pretty even all the way around. So I think I just need to take about 1/2 inch off this panel all the way down. At the back side here, we're a lot closer than 1/2 inch. So what I did was I again took my trusty compass, set it about 3/8 of an inch. I marked the line all the way down this, the edge of this panel here. And what I'll do is I'll stay on the inside of the line at the top. I'll cut all the way down to about halfway, a little over halfway here. And then I'll come to the inside of the line. And that should give me the curve I need to fit this panel pretty good. Again, if there's a little gap, there's not a big deal. I'll be able to fill that up with a little bit of thickened epoxy. And it's all going to get glassed in. I should be able to glass above and below on these panels, on this panel here. There will be hatches cut in here for storage later. Same thing with the front here. So that's kind of the plan. I'm going to cut this 3/8 off. I'm going to go grab my mask because there's a little bit more cut in here, and I really don't want to be breathing this dust. So today we are cutting what they call the ring frame. This is basically a bulkhead that goes between bulkhead 1 and bulkhead 2, and this runs fore to aft on the boat. It's offset from center. The bottom edge of this is meant to hold the mattress in place. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to push this over an additional 4 to 6 inches. We're moving the head out of the berth area, so we'll be able to gain a little bit more room for the bed. Right now it's a queen size bed, and we're looking to just get a couple more inches for shoulder room in there for me and Cassie, and obviously the 2 dogs. I'm gonna lay it out according to what the prints say. We didn't really change any dimensions in the berth area, so everything I can go off the original prints for this. The dimensions that we did change start from the cabin. Really it's just the cabin. It'll be the windows, the gunnels, all that stuff. So I'm gonna lay it all out. I'm gonna rough cut the ends in the top angle, and I actually have to box out where the bridge deck comes over, and there's a chamfer panel that comes down at a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna box that out, and I'm gonna end up cutting the bottom of this panel pretty square and glassing it to the top of that box afterwards. It's kind of the plan right now. Again, everything can change. I'm going to leave it full size. I'll cut the two ends. I know that'll fit. And I'll cut the top contour. The top contour of this actually accommodates the windows as well, the windscreens. So there was a point on this where the roof over the berth sits on here. There's actually pieces that attach here that go port to starboard to support that forward roof, and then at one point that roof will end, and there's the windshield sit into kind of an angle on this, and they'll actually rest against the dashboard panel, and then that'll go all the way up to the roof of the cabin. So kind of an important piece. We're trying not to mess it up, and yeah, we'll give it a go. All right, so I'm missing some dimensions on the prints, so I pretty much can't go any further. I'm going to contact Craig from Spirited Designs and have him send those over. I did go up in the boat and kind of look at everything, try to see where everything fit, and it's because of the curve of the berth roof and all, it's hard to mock anything up and then just transfer a template out, because I'm not quite sure what that curve is. Again, if he sends me the missing, I think there's 1 or 2 dimensions missing on the prints. Once he sends those over, I should be able to finish this up and get it all laid out. All right, guys. So today we are going to glass the transom in. All right, sorry about that, guys. The camera decided to freeze up on me. So yeah, I have to glass the transom in now, so I can move on basically to the next steps. I wasn't really thinking about that previously, but to put the composite angle along the wall here and along the transom in the back, that all has to get glassed into place permanent. So good time as any to do it. It's kind of the plan today. Like I say, I'm going to get it all glassed in, and thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to all our subscribers out there. You know, your support really does help us out and keeping us motivated, and we really do appreciate it. Alright guys, we are pretty much all prepped to do our glossing. I cut all my corners so I can fold them accordingly. I will need to cut a couple of small pieces just to go over where on the external corners, like here, actually creates a V. I just cut a little patch to go over that overlaps both sides. So I gotta cut those real quick. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready to go here. I have to fill out the corners here. I'm gonna run just a wet hot coat over the fillets I already did. There's some wrinkles from where the peel ply was. I want to fill that in, and yeah, it'll give the fiberglass something to stick to initially. There is some open pores in the glass. I'm not sure how well this shows up, but like here, I'm probably just gonna hit this real quick with like a spatula, just to try to fill any of those open pores like that, just to give myself a good bond on this fiberglass. This is obviously a pretty critical part of the boat here, being the transom. It holds the motors up, the motor wells, all that. The Kevlar strips here, I did sand these down. I'm just gonna overlap all of this. Again, I'm using 4, 6, and 8 inch wide strips, so it'll be 2, 3, and 4 inches up here. So these will just get overlapped, and then eventually I actually need to put a piece over the rest of this. Not sure if I'm gonna have time for that today, but I did cut peel ply for this, and 2 reasons. One, if I start running out of time and I can only get like 2 layers down, which hopefully doesn't happen, I can throw the peel ply on, let it cure, come back tomorrow and put that last layer on without having to do a ton of crazy sanding. Also, obviously it gives us a better finished surface on all of this. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick and then get to it. I usually take the 2-inch chip brushes. I just trim the tips off so it's a little stiffer as you for spreading resin and for dabbing into any corners and stuff. As always, we're using Total Bolt products, 2-to-1 resin. We're going to use a slow hardener today. Right now it's probably low 50s. Once I'm done getting all the glass on, I'm going to kick the heater on. I'm going to get this area up to about 80 degrees, so I'm not overly concerned with that. But do definitely watch your weather conditions and stuff when you're choosing which hardeners to use. I'm by myself today, so I'm not really going to be manning this camera too much. I'll throw you guys on time lapse here, and I'm going to give it hell. Hopefully I have enough time here to get all 3 layers and the peel ply done. That's the goal. If I do run out of time, like I say, I'll sacrifice the peel ply, drop that on, peel it off tomorrow when it's cured, and do the 3rd layer then. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to enjoy the show. Alright guys, hopefully you can hear me over the heater here. So we have finished the transom tabbing. 3 layers of glass and a layer of peel ply. In my opinion, it's easier to do multiple layers of glass. Yeah, it's more time constraint, but it seems to lay out better, smooth out the corners better, hold those fillets better. Typically, most of this boat is 1 layer of tabbing in the corners. The transom is one of the exceptions here, where it's 3 layers thick. So that'll be the transom done. From here, I can start mounting all my composite angles. I started cutting them last night, and we can start laying floors in. We didn't finish our floor panels, fiberglassing all of our floor panels yet. For now, I think I'm just going to run and grab a couple of sheets of plywood, just so we have something to work on. Even if that lasts us the winter. When we get a chance, when warmer weather comes, we can get outside, glass a few more panels for the floors, cut them out and lay them in. It's not going to bother us because I can't glass the floors in place yet. I can just do temporaries. I still have to do all the underfloor work, all the piping for the electrical, water, the fuel tanks. They're on order. They should be here in 6 to 8 weeks. Again, so there's a lot of work to do before we can actually glass floors down, so we have plenty of time to make up those last couple of panels. All right, well, that's going to do it for today. I'm dying in here. It's pretty warm, so thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing, and share with your friends. You know, it definitely helps the channel out. We appreciate all of our subscribers to date, so thanks again.
Ollie. Oh.
Right now, and then yeah, we're gonna go from there. Yeah, can't think of anything else at the moment. So yeah.